Let's get this Google Docs out. Let's go ahead and title it. I like to be organized. Donovan Mitchell destinations. If you guys didn't know, let me see if I can pull up a tweet really quickly. It sounds like Donovan Mitchell just might want out. Just might want out of Utah after Quinn Snyder stepping down. Woj tweeted it. You know, there's always a lot of rumors, like some random fucking radio guy will tweet out something every now and then and be like, hey, just heard that they saw Donovan Mitchell in the Miami airport. He's looking for houses. Like, you'll see that at least twice in offseason. So for it to come from Woj, there's probably some smoke there. So if Donovan Mitchell wants out, what do we think his best destinations are? Well, let's get the obvious ones out of the way, right? Knicks, I don't even want to talk about them. I don't know. Does Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks do much for me? Not really. Does that propel them any certain direction? They'll be better. Don't get me wrong, but who are they giving up? Like Reddish and picks, or is RJ involved in that trade? You know, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll put them on there for sure. I'm not even counting them as a destination. So 5 plus the Knicks, all right? Let's get the Mavs out of the way, right? You know, I'm going to have every single player who it might be available. It doesn't matter what the chances are for the Mavs. I'm going to put the Mavs in that category. I would love Donovan Mitchell on the team. I would. I know we talked a lot of shit about Donovan Mitchell during the Mavs-Jazz series, but I like that fit. Give Luka another legitimate number 2 creator. Let Donovan Mitchell be a number 2. Does that maybe change how he plays defense, right? We think that, Donovan Mitchell came into the league, was supposed to be a defensive guy. So moving him to be, a more of a number 2 role, will that maybe unlock him defensively? If so, that's a great fit. So I'm obviously going to put the Mavs here. Next up is obviously the Heat. The Heat probably need to do something pretty major. The Heat need to do something pretty major in the offseason, and I think they do. I think they probably recognize Jimmy's just going to get older, that we really need to strike while the iron is hot here. And they got a lot of young pieces, a lot of interesting young talent that I'm sure Utah would be interested in if they were headed towards a rebuild. If that's the case, I like Miami a lot. It makes a lot of sense. There's been a lot of rumors. There's been a lot of rumors about Donovan Mitchell wanting to go to Miami and stuff. Of course, every fucking player wants to go to Miami. Everyone always credits. Oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? Not Spoelstra, the Godfather. Why am I blanking on his name? Pat Riley. Holy shit. Everybody's crediting Pat Riley like he terraformed the beach himself in Minecraft. I've been saying this. People like going to Miami because there's a beach there. All right, they got a nice culture. Don't get me wrong, but let's be real. Why, people like being in Miami. It's a beautiful place. And unless Pat Riley has some type of superpower where he can terraform beaches himself, let's just be honest. But of course, the Heat are here. I think it's a great fit, basketball-wise. I think for Donovan Mitchell, it's a great landing spot, obviously. That they would probably, assuming they don't give up anything crazy, they would probably be the favorites to win it all. You'd have to think, or at least a top 3 betting favorite. So, yeah, I got Miami there. Atlanta. They have to do something. I thought last offseason they should have capitalized. They have too much young talent on their team that's just wasting away. We saw they just got rid of Cam Reddish for like a late teens pick, which is not a bad return for Cam Reddish. But going into the last offseason, I thought they needed to strike while the iron is hot. You're off an Eastern Conference Finals appearance. You've got so much young talent, too much young talent. Go out and get someone. There might not have been anyone available, but they need to do it this summer. If Donovan Mitchell is available, defensively, is that a great backcourt? Ew, no, that's icky. But offensively, Donovan Mitchell and Trae Young, woo, that's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Next up is, I'm the only person who thinks that this would be nice, that thinks that this would be a good idea. This is assuming they wouldn't have to trade the number 2 overall pick, which I don't think they would. They have so many assets. I am going with the Thunder. Okay, here's the reason why. Okay, I am an unapologetic Shai Gilgeous-Alexander stan. I'm an absolute stan of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think that he is a star, potentially a superstar in the making. He is. You look at any offensive metric there is to look at, you'll see superstar, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, superstar. He is in that stratosphere. When it comes to offensive talent. So you get another offensive player like Donovan Mitchell, the number 2 overall pick, which I'm hoping is Chet, and then assuming you keep Giddey. I don't know what it'll take to get Donovan Mitchell, but the Thunder have a treasure trove of draft picks. That would be a great fit for me. Because you, at some point for the Thunder, you're going to have to start trying. Because you're going to be in an awkward spot. And you kind of already are. Where Shea's too good. Giddey's going to continue to get better. Whoever you draft, number 2 overall, is going to be too good. All of your young players, your Trey Mann's going to get better. Like, all these young players are going to get better. And you're going to be too good to tank all the time. So you might as well just cash in now and boost. I mean, even with Donovan Mitchell, you have him under contract. You don't have to win next year or anything. It could just be a great building block to have for the future. I would love it. I would love it. All right, and then the 6th, the final team. What are we thinking in the chat? Cleveland, maybe? Pacers? Pacers could be interesting. I was also thinking Kings because they want to win. And Portland. See, Portland kind of makes some sense for me, but I think like a Jeremy Grant trade is probably what they would rather do. Although, you know, a team like the Pistons, or a team like the Trailblazers, a team like the Kings, teams that want to win now and really need talent, I could see them trying to go out for Donovan Mitchell, even if it might be, you know, an ill-advised move. But yeah, that is the team I wanted. The Raptors. We talked about this. This would be very interesting. This would be very interesting. It doesn't really fit their he doesn't really fit their mold as a player, but think about, you have so much defensive talent around Donovan Mitchell. Now you add another legitimate scoring threat to the mix. The only problem is, who would they be giving up? Who would they be giving up? You know, there's been some rumblings that OG's not happy there. I don't think OG's good enough to headline a package for Donovan Mitchell, but maybe, I don't know. I mean, OG on that Utah Jazz team would be really nice. Like, if you just keep Donovan Mitchell there. But obviously in this situation, that's not happening. But I would love this. You let Scottie develop, assuming you keep Scottie. Again, I don't really know what the Raptors' asset situation is. I'm not really looking at the assets in this, just a heads up. I don't really know. Like, I think a team like Atlanta, Miami, OKC, if they wanted to, they could definitely put a package together. Raptors, I'm not sure. Mavs, definitely not, but I just throw them in here always because I'm delusional, and it's just my channel. It's what I'm going to do. It's what I want to do. Knicks, yeah, they got some assets. Some other teams to think about. I mean, what? Pistons? I don't think so. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet for the Pistons. I feel like Heat right here would make the most sense. Raptors more likely to trade for Gobert. That's true, too. I mean, I could see the Hawks trade for Gobert. Somebody earlier said the Hornets. Gobert makes way more sense for the Hornets, too. I'll probably do another list for Gobert as well, because I think that's not what I wanted. Golden State Warriors. I don't see the Lakers. I don't see the Lakers happening for Donovan Mitchell. I don't see a pathway for that making sense. I mean, they already think they're getting Zach LaVine, right? I don't know how the fuck that's possible. Mavs would be an absolute pipe dream. Heat, a beautiful fit. I mean, that team, you add Donovan Mitchell to that team, assuming they don't lose too much. That is a match made in heaven, honestly. Atlanta, I really like that fit, too. You'd have to get, you know, you already got some pretty good defensive players. DeAndre Hunter. You know, Clint Capella's still pretty good defensively. Okongwu's good defensively. You'd probably have to get another solid defensive wing to really fit in there. I'm not the biggest Kevin Huerter guy. Maybe he would be in this trade. I'm not entirely sure. But pretty interesting there. Thunder, I mean, I want the Thunder to try so badly. The world needs to know how good Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is. I am on my hands and knees begging for everyone to understand how good Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is. Start being good. Please. I know Thunder fans. I don't know, actually. Thunder fans could like this. Clippers. What would the Clippers trade? What would that trade even look like? I don't know. Somebody said Nuggets earlier. I guess that could be kind of interesting. I don't know if the Jazz would want to trade him inside of the division. I don't know. I'm just